She defied one of the mightiest empires the world has ever known, and in her wrath burned the city of London to the ground. Freedom fighter, violent insurgent, she is Boudica, queen of the Iceni. 43 AD, Rome begins its conquest of Britain. Less than 2 decades later, in 60 AD, the occupation is rocked by violent rebellion. In the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire dominates the European continent. In Britain, local tribes are made client states of Rome, and the area south of what is now Scotland was declared Britannia. Among the tribes living under the Roman yoke are the Iceni. In 30 AD, Boudica is born into a noble Iceni family. Her husband Prasutagus becomes king of the Iceni. Boudica rules as his queen. In exchange for their loyalty to Rome, the Iceni live in peace. But in 60 AD, Prasutagus dies and everything changes. The Romans plunder Iceni lands. Boudica is flogged and her daughters violated. She summons an army of tribesmen and embarks on a campaign of vengeance. They sack Colchester, capital of Britannia, and march on London. The settlement is undefended. The population flees. Boudica's forces pillage, torture, and murder anyone unfortunate to be left behind, and set the buildings ablaze. Roman commander Paulinus, leading a campaign in Wales, marches a 10,000-strong force south. By the time he arrives, Boudica has left 70,000 dead in her wake. The two sides meet at an unknown location near the ancient route of Watling Street. Boudica's army numbers as many as 250,000, divided into cavalry and infantry. But they're disorganized and poorly equipped. Their primary weapon, if any, is the long sword. The Romans are outnumbered, but they're disciplined and battle-hardened. Their cavalry is armed with lances, the infantry with broad shields and short swords. The Romans await Boudica on a narrow battlefield flanked by woods. Boudica's numerical superiority is blunted, her soldiers handicapped using their long swords at close quarters. But Roman scribe Tacitus writes that the Iceni queen stirred them with a passionate speech. The battle opens with a shower of Roman javelins, followed by a disciplined infantry advance and a ferocious cavalry charge that sends the Britons into a panicked retreat. Boudica has made a deadly error. Her supply wagons are too close to the front line. They block her army's retreat, leaving them at the mercy of the Romans. As many as 70,000 are massacred. Boudica's fate is unknown. Competing claims say she died of wounds or infection, or that she took poison to avoid capture. The rebellion was defeated. Order was restored to the lands of the Iceni and the tribes that had lent their support to Boudica, but her name lived on. In the 19th century, the Victorians reinvented her as Boudica, an embodiment of the power and ambition of the British Empire, and a statue of her mounted outside the Houses of Parliament. In the very city, she razed to the ground. No one knows where Boudica is buried, but there are plenty of theories. One claims that her grave lies beneath platform 10 at King's Cross Station